I don't believe in tarots. And this is actually true, because believing in tarots would be like believing in a screwdriver. Tarots are a tool which can be very useful, but we need to know how to use it and what it is useful for. Otherwise, it's like having like a screwdriver to cook pasta. In this video, I want to explain why tarots are such a useful tool and what are they useful for. So you can show this video to your friends, also the skeptic ones, so that they can understand what and why tarots are good, and we can together overcome prejudice. I'm Valerio Verrea, this is Tarology Academy, where I teach people how to use this wonderful tool. If you want to know more about my work, check it out, the link in the description. Prejudice. Well, true, many times I hear people saying very bad things about tarots. They are like dishonest, they are something evil, and so on and so forth. And actually I kind of understand them, because for many years tarots have been used in a not really good way. And if I see people using a screwdriver just to open and steal cars, then I can think that the screwdriver is useful for that, and then I might not like it. But tarots are actually nothing bad at all. A little bit of history. Tarots is a specific kind of cards which developed in the Mediterranean area, in the south of France, Italy and Spain. Tarots is a deck made of 78 cards, 56 called minor arcana and 22 called major arcana. Actually, we don't really know who is the author of tarots, of the original tarot deck. Probably something that comes from some decks which were there even before what we today know as tarots. And because of that, we have in these cards some very interesting contents. But before deepening that, I have to say that all the tarot decks that are not made in the structure of the 78 cards should not be actually called tarots, because they are something different. If I make a deck of 25 drawings that I do myself and I give them some meaning, these are not actually tarots. Tarots must be something that come from this specific lineage. Actually, the most famous one is Tarot de Marseille, which come from Marseille in France, and has specific kind of drawing, specific kind of figures, and these figures have a very interesting meaning. Yes, because the images we see in tarots, they represent something which is very close to the life of people, and they are actually a mirror of the life experiences of people. We have like the emperor, we have the pope, we have the devil, we have the skeleton that looks like death, and so on. So all these images talk to the people. They represent something important in the experience of life. And when we study these cards, we realize that actually they represent archetypal figures. Archetypal figures come from the theories of Carl Gustav Jung, the Swiss psychology, who says that in our collective subconscious there are images which represent parts of ourselves, parts of our life. And what we see in tarots is the graphic representation of those images. And why it is so important? Because when we see archetypal figures, these images are able to talk to our deeper part, to our subconscious part, and can immediately bring us in contact with feelings, with emotion, with memories. And basically we open up ourselves to a deeper level. This is actually the reason why sometimes dishonest people use those cards. Because when people see these cards, they are actually more open. And if somebody is more open, it's easier to cheat him or her. But when we use these tools inside of a therapy in an ethical, honest way, actually we have a tool which is able to open up a person in a faster way, in an easier way, and allow to help this person to look inside of herself or himself and let all this content come to consciousness. And this, of course, increase consciousness a lot and increase the ability of the person to bring positive change in his or her life. And this is actually a very good result that we can have thanks to tarots. So now we understand what tarots are useful for. They are like a screwdriver that we can unscrew the cover of our subconscious and look inside what is there so that we can improve and change and transform what is needed to transform, and we can heal what needs to be healed. And this is actually the very nice thing of Tarot. Of course, we need to use them with a lot of knowledge, consciousness, ethics, honesty. But when we do that in this way, inside of a therapeutical environment, wow, then it's a really, really effective and fast tool to accelerate the process of development. I hope this video is useful for you. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell not to lose any of the good content that I publish for free here on Anima della Terra every week. Thanks for watching.